Hey, this is Ciderhelm, and welcome to the Vainglory Hero Spotlight. Today we're looking at Reim, an old mage who calls upon the winds of winter. Although Reim lacks range, he makes up for it with plenty of crowd controls, durability, and damage. Combined, he's one of the most dangerous heroes at close range, and can hold his own against nearly anyone who comes near. Reim's heroic perk, Frostguard, causes his basic attacks to deal bonus crystal damage over 2 seconds. Additionally, he gains a percentage of the damage dealt with this effect as fortified health. Reim's attacks and abilities also chill his opponents. Each time he lands a basic attack on a chilled enemy, he applies a powerful but rapidly decaying slow. Reim's Winter Spire causes a shard of ice to emerge at the target location, dealing crystal damage to surrounding enemies. After a short delay, the shard then shatters, dealing damage a second time. Like the Frostguard damage on his basic attacks, Reim gains part of the damage dealt with this ability as fortified health. Winter Spire also deals increased damage against targets that are currently chilled. I recommend learning and upgrading this ability first. When Reim activates Chill Winds, he instantly deals crystal damage to surrounding enemies. Chill Winds also roots enemies who are currently chilled, briefly preventing them from moving. I recommend learning and upgrading this ability second. Reim's ultimate, Vainglory, summons an ancient spirit to heavily damage and slow enemies in the targeted area, with the damage and slow being stronger towards the center of the area than the edges. Enemies caught near the center are also briefly stunned. I recommend learning and upgrading Vainglory each time it's available. Though Skye was killed, she distracted the enemy team long enough for Reim and Catherine to capture Kraken. Each of them have their ultimates available, along with a Warhorn from Catherine. Although they could engage immediately, Reim is deliberately holding off. He's betting that he'll gain more ground by engaging at the base entrance instead, as the enemy team will need to move slowly to keep damage up on Kraken. Immediately and unexpectedly, Reim and Catherine bring down a brutal ultimate combo. Immediately afterward, Reim walks in to land his root as Catherine charges past to stun Blackfeather. Reim's placed a Winter Spire in the narrow choke point along the top of the turret. His prediction that his opponents would try to escape this way is about to pay off as Taka is immediately finished off and Blackfeather is forced to use his Rose offensive to escape. Though Catherine's in pursuit, Reim immediately shifts his focus to the turret. Chasing is not one of his strong suits, but he's quite capable when it comes to quickly bringing down objectives. Catherine and Reim pivot their focus to Fortress, who hasn't quite realized he's actually playing with fire by staying so close. Take note of this spire, which is preventing Fortress from joining Blackfeather. Landing skill shots on most heroes depends on predicting where your opponents will be, and Reim is no exception to this rule. But now look at this new spire. If Fortress tries to join Blackfeather, he will die when the spire shatters. For Reim, understanding and utilizing the shatter requires an understanding of where your opponents want to go, not just where they're going to be. Developing this eye towards where opponents want to go allows you to understand the motion of battle. With Reim, this can open up extraordinary options for controlling areas of the battlefield, and it's the same instinct that caused Reim to hold off until the base entrance when the fight began. Reim and Catherine are betting that Blackfeather is going to stay and fight rather than retreat. He's going to try to avoid Catherine's stun, and in doing so, he'll walk right into the spire Reim has already put in his path. With a final devastating combo, this fight and the match comes to a cool conclusion. Thanks for watching the Reim Hero Spotlight. Download Vainglory free on the Apple App Store or Google Play and join us in the Halcyon Fold.